is it 2021? I lost my karting. So we do get funding from the government. If you're on the national team, you have to qualify like certain time standards of your races. And you can qualify for funding, and then from the government they give Speedskate Canada money, and then we get funding from there. But I hadn't been performing, and so I didn't reach the time standards, and so I lost my karting. I lost my spot. How do you call that,
karting?
Yeah, so karting is like our funding. I can just call it funding too to make it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know,
so that's like a monthly allowance that we kind of get from the government.
Okay. But you're back on that now.
Kind of. So I lost it, and I lost my spot on the team, so I wasn't on the national team anymore. So this was at the end of 2022. I wasn't being invited back, or at the end of March 2022, I wasn't being invited back to the program. And so I stayed with, there's like another program that's below the national team in Calgary, called the Oval program. So I was invited into that program. And there's an incredible sprint coach there. His name is Kevin, and he used to coach the national team. And he coached the 500 meter world record holder named Sang Hwa. And so he's an incredible sprint coach, and so I got to work with him this past year.
Amazing.
And yeah, so with
lucky
him,
in a way, right?
It worked out. It really worked out for the better.
Yeah, because that brought you the coaching.
It brought me to him.
Extremely important, right? Yeah.
And coaching is huge in speed skating. Like if you have a good technical coach, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And so he took me under his wing. I was able to train with him. And then in October, I became the national champion in the 500. I was able to travel for the World Cups.
Yeah.
And then in this January, they said based on my performances, I was able to get my karting back, my funding back. So since January, I've had my funding back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then right now, funding is up in the air because I would like to stay with my coach. Nothing to do with the national team program. I just feel like I work really well with him, and so I want to stay where I am.
Right?
Yeah. And so I want to stay with him, and so we're unsure how karting will work at this time right now, if I'll be able to keep my karting or not. And so getting sponsorships are huge now for me.